This is Don O'Malley with Don's Breakfast Cereal. We're showing chapters 11 through 15 of Captain America. My cameraman just informed me that behind me, the shield no longer looks like a halo around me, that you'll actually be able to see the movie poster. That's my fault for not moving it. So here we go with chapters 11 through 15. I'll be back. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Shall I blow it? No, wait a minute. Captain America might show up, too. He'd never let her come out here alone.
You're right. Get your hands up.
He's badly hurt, but still alive. We'll have to get him to a doctor right away if we want to save him and find the scarab.
Bart Matson, who was captured last night by Captain America after a desperate fight, has been positively identified as the criminal who abducted Dr. Lyman and stole his world-famous life-restoring machine. Fatally injured in the battle, Matson is now in the home sanitarium on the verge of death. Attending physicians hope that he may revive sufficiently to speak. If he does, the district attorney is anxious to question him about that master criminal, the Scarab.
Matson won't talk even if he is dying.
I know that, but he's our most valuable man. If he dies, we'll have to change all our plans.
No, we won't. As a matter of fact, I plan to get his body before it reaches the morgue.
But Matson's dead body can be of no use to us.
No. But restored to life it can. I'll make arrangements to recover the body. And when we do, I'll force Dr. Lyman to perform an experiment that will amaze even the district attorney.
What's the latest on that?
It's getting worse. The doctors have lost all hope of saving this. Oh, yes, Commissioner.
Dr. Black just phoned me from the sanitarium. Matson is dead. I've ordered the guards removed, and the county morgue will pick up the body.
Well, that's unfortunate. Matson's death robs us of the best lead we ever had to the scarab. But the search must go on for Dr. Lyman. Put every available man on the job.
Okay, Grant.
We better go down to the sanitarium and talk to Dr. Black. It's just possible that Matson made some delirious remark, which may help us locate Dr. Lyman.
Cut it off. As soon as my men recover Matson's body, it will be brought here and you will resurrect him with your life-restoring machine.
But I didn't construct this machine to bring a murderer back to life. And besides, it would take 1,000,000 volts of electrical energy before this machine would be effective on a man.
Well, fortunately, I read your comments on the operation of your machine. And I've been able to supply everything you may require. Come, I'll show you. Open up the panel. This apparatus, Dr. Lyman, is capable of generating all the electricity you can possibly need. Set the control for 1,000,000 volts. Throw the generator switch. If you refuse to revive Matson, your last moments will be spent in there, Dr. Lyman. Yes? Oh, yes, Gruber. Very well, we'll be ready. You won't have long to wait, Doctor. My men report that the morgue truck has just arrived at the home sanitarium.
Hiya, Chief. What's the trouble? Get out. Open up the truck.
If only Manson had talked.
We still have a chance. Some of his friends may try to claim the body. If they do, I'll have them trailed. We'll go to the morgue and make the necessary arrangements.
All right, you two. Start walking and don't look back.
Well, that's the truck from the county morgue.
Look out! Don't step there. Something written on the ground.
1Z7744.
That must be the license number of the killer's car. This man must have written it before he died. I'll have Davis check on that. GG calling WD. GG calling WD.
Come in, GG.
The morgue wagon was hijacked. An automobile with the license number 1D7744 may be involved. Have the commissioner send out a general alarm to locate the car, but make no arrests. I'll handle this case myself. I'm on my way back to the office now.
Okay, Chief. I just want to verify this number. 1D7744.
Get the machine ready. If Madsen does not revive Dr. Lyman, your body will be used in the next experiment. Turn the generator on to full capacity. Well, it'll be some time before I'll know. This man has been dead for hours.
The commissioner just phoned. That car belongs to the Electronic Researchers Limited. They've located it in front of the terminal building where that company has its office and shop. Fine. That's all I want to know.
Well, that should be enough for now. Come off the generator. He's ready for the serum now. America. How much longer will it take it to revive?
Well, only a few seconds. But I hope by that time Captain America will have captured both of you.
His eyelids are fluttering. Get out of the window, Madsen. I'll cover you till you get down. Wait in my car in the alley. Pick up the machine and follow him. to revive.
Well, only a few seconds. But I hope by that time Captain America will have captured both of you.
Get out of the window, Matson. Pick up the machine and follow him.
A dead man has been brought back to life. This astonishing news came from the district attorney's office today when it was announced here that Bart Matson, the notorious scarab henchman who died yesterday, was resurrected by Dr. Lyman's life-restoring machine. While there are no known witnesses to the actual operation, Matson was seen escaping from an electrical laboratory in which the body of Dr. Lyman was found in the midst of the wreckage of his machine.
You should be thankful, Matson. You're the only authentic case of modern times of a man who has returned from the dead.
I owe you a lot for that. Too bad Lyman smashed the machine.
Yes, it's unfortunate. However, we've destroyed another enemy.
Don't forget that Captain America turned Dirk over to the police. They'll slap a murder charge on him.
Oh, I don't think so. The only witness is Captain America, and he can't testify without revealing his identity. If he does that, we should be compensated for the risk we are taking.
Dirk might talk. They put the screws on.
No. I'm taking all precautions. Our lawyer has gone to see him. He'll warn Dirk to keep silent.
Hello, Grant. Did you get anything out of Dirk?
Not yet, but I will. Dirk will crack up when he's charged with murder.
But you can't make a murder charge stick. You haven't any witnesses. All you can prove is that Dirk was present at the time of Dr. Lyman's death. Any smart lawyer will smash your case in no time.
But Captain America will.
Captain America was unquestionably a witness, but you can't produce him.
I probably won't need to. Dr. Lyman was abducted from his home along with his life-restoring device. His body was found beside the smashed machine. Now, if I can prove that Dirk was the unknown masked man who helped Matson with the abduction, I'll convict him of murder.
But you can't prove anything. Gail Richards, your assistant, is the only witness who made a positive identification of Dirk as one of the abductors. Our unsupported testimony will not be sufficient in court.
I may be able to back up Gail's testimony. There's still one more witness. May I use the phone?
Help yourself.
Get me Dr. Malver at the Drummond Museum.
Yes, Gardner. Is there something I can do for you?
I hope so. We have a prisoner here who we believe is one of Lyman's murderers. Now, we'll have a case against him if you can testify that he was one of Lyman's abductors.
But he was masked. I only saw the man that Miss Richards called Matson.
I understand that. But we'll put a mask on the prisoner, and there may be something, some gesture or some mannerism that you may recognize. At any rate, it's worth a trial. Now, could you arrange to be in my office at 2 o'clock this afternoon?
Of course. And I hope you have the right man. What news, Counselor?
The district attorney is going to spring a surprise witness to identify Dirk as one of Dr. Lyman's abductors.
I know all about that. I've just talked with the district attorney. As a matter of fact, I am to be the surprise witness.
You? Excellent. That will knock that case into a cocked hat. I'll get a habeas corpus.
On the contrary, I shall identify Dirk as being one of the abductors.
Identify him? Well, you can't do that. Dirk will squeal. If he thinks he's being framed to take a murder rap, he'll tell everything he knows.
Exactly. He's become a danger to my organization. I've devised a little plan that will take care of him and the district attorney at the same time. Return to Dirk at once. Tell him he'll be released if he obeys my instructions implicitly. I'll be present when he's brought into the district attorney's office, and...
Miss Richards says when Matson attacked you, you tore off his mask.
That is true. But neither of us saw the face of the other man.
The man you're about to see is wearing the same mask you took from Matson. Miss Richards has identified him. We hope you can corroborate her testimony. All right, Davis, bring him in.
No, I'm sure this is not the one.
Quite right, Doctor. This man is one of my operatives. Bring in the next one, Walt. You understand, Doctor, we've got to be absolutely sure. We don't want your judgment influenced by your friendship for Lyman.
Of course. My opinion will be without prejudice, I assure you. This unquestionably is the man who looted Matson in the raid on Lyman's house.
That's a lie. You're trying to frame me. Are you willing to identify this man under oath?
Positively.
That's good enough to convict. Book him for murder.
Murder? You can't do that.
Suppose I talk. What'll I get? If you'll name the scarab, I'll accept a plea of guilty of second-degree murder.
All right.
Scarab was Doc Lyman himself.
Oh, that's preposterous.
The man's crazy.
Lyman was a soul of honor. He might just as well accuse me of being the scarab.
That trick won't work. You can't save your neck by accusing a dead man.
It's true. Lyman was using his machine to bring Matson back to life.
Why did Matson kill him?
How can I tell what a man will do who's just been resurrected from the dead?
We'll have to have more evidence than just your word.
I can prove it, but I won't talk before this guy, whoever he is.
All right? If you'll excuse us, Doctor, and thanks for your help.
Glad to give it. Glad.
Now talk. What's your evidence?
Lyman's papers and a list of all his agents. They're hidden in his house.
Lyman's house was thoroughly searched before it was closed up.
You didn't know the scarab. There are secret compartments in his house that your caps could never find. Take me there and I'll show you.
I think you're lying, but I'll call your bluff and take you to Lyman's house.
See that you don't fail this time. Dirk has served his purpose and is of no further use to us. He and Gardner must be destroyed.
Leave it to me. I'll drop them the minute they come through the door.
Not quite so quickly. Before they die, let them know that theirs is the fate of all who attempt to thwart the scarab.
DA is driving up in front with Dirk.
Good. I'll wait in the car.
Stand where you are, Gardner.
Good work, Matson. I knew the scarab wouldn't let me down.
Quiet, you double-crosser. When you threatened to squeal, you signed your own death warrant. As for you, Mr. D.A., you're finally going to pay the penalty for interfering with the scarab.
follows us.
Hello, I hope you're enjoying those chapters as much as I am. Years ago, someone came up with the idea that this was supposed to be a Mr. Scarlet serial instead of Captain America. There's no truth to that yet. There's no documentation of that. Mr. Scarlet was Fawcett's version of Batman, and he had a sidekick named Pinky. If Pinky doesn't, the name alone doesn't strike fear into you, I don't know what's gonna. So right now we don't believe that. So thanks again. We'll be back with the next chapters. Thanks again.
Take care of anyone who follows us.
car was smashed and the Scarab's agents escaped.
G.F. Hillman, the railroad president's on the phone, Chief. He's calling by a radio phone from his private car on the Westland Limited.
Hellman? Wasn't he one of the principal backers of the Mayan expedition?
That's right.
I'll take the call here.
I've made a remarkable discovery. A clay tablet which I received from the last Mayan expedition was dropped and broken yesterday and exposed a copper plaque etched in Mayan symbols. It's a portion of a map showing the location of the fabulous Temple of Emeralds in the lost city of Zada.
That's a dangerous discovery, Mr. Hillman. The Scarab will stop at nothing to obtain that map.
That's why I'm calling you. A duplicate stone tablet, undoubtedly containing the missing portion of this map, was given to Dr. Maldor, curator of the Drummond Museum.
You both must be protected. Not a word about this to anyone. I'll arrange reservations for you at a quiet hotel. Plainclothesmen will meet you at the depot and escort you there. Meanwhile, I'll contact Dr. Maldor and warn him.
Thank you, Mr. Gardner. I'll take the necessary precautions. Goodbye.
DA, huh? What's he want to know?
He already knows too much. Bring the bronze box from the display case of the main exhibit. I've been a fool. The key to the secret wealth of Zada. Half of a map to locate the temple has been lying here in the museum under my nose.
Half of a map? Has it been torn?
No. It was etched on a copper plate and must have been broken in 2 parts for better concealment. Hillman discovered one of them and is taking it to the district attorney.
Ah.
That's it, all right.
It's worthless without Hillman's half.
Of course. But I can overcome that difficulty. I shall discover Hillman's whereabouts through my good friend, District Attorney Gardner.
Come in. Dr. Maldor, you should have come here without proper police escort. I warned you.
Your warning came too late. I investigated the Mayan exhibits as soon as I heard from you. This case has been opened and looted. It contained the tablet referred to by Hillman.
Any indication how the thief got in?
Not a sign.
Who has handled this case?
Only as my assistant, Gruber, and myself.
Well, have a seat, Doctor. I'll have Davis check this completely for me. I'll let you know what we learned, Doctor. Meanwhile, I'll have the police search the museum for additional clues.
Fine. And you tell Hillman what happened?
Yes, I'll phone him right away. Now, if you'll excuse me, Doctor.
Why, certainly. Goodbye.
Have you forgotten we're dining with Mr. Hillman?
I'll be with you in a minute.
All right, let's go. Hello? Yes? I'll bring them over right away. Commissioner, he's just received the police report on the museum robbery and wants all confidential files brought to him immediately. I'll have to go back to the office and pick them up.
But what about our dinner engagement?
You go ahead. I'll try to join you later. I'll let you know what we learned, Doctor. Meanwhile, I'll have the police search the museum for additional clues. All right. And you tell Hillman what happened? Yes, I'll phone him right away. Now, excuse me, Doctor? Why, certainly. Goodbye. Get me Mr. Hillman, Hotel Metropole, Suite 504.
Yes? Here's your information. Metropole Hotel, Suite 504. That's all we need. Leave the jewel at Scarab and clear out fast. Hillman's at the Hotel Metropole, Suite 504. You know the plan. Get started. Yes.
Hello? Certainly. Mr. Gardner wants you. Thank you. Clancy speaking. One of the Scarab's men just broke into my office. I don't know what he was after, but it probably means they're trying desperately to find Hillman. So be especially careful. I'm coming right over. Mr. Gardner can't arrive too soon to take the accursed thing off my hands.
That's probably the waiter.
Better play safe and hide that thing. Sorry, Bud. Just a formality. Go in. What's the meaning of this? One peep out of any of you, and it'll be your last. Get over here. Turn around. Tie up the copper and that girl. Put them in the closet. Now, Mr. Hillman, the Scarab wants the other half of the treasure map. You may tell the Scarab I'll not aid his murderous plans, even at the risk of my life. It's not only your life at stake. Take care of those two. Wait. It's in the wall safe. Get it. Watch him. If he tries any tricks, let him have it.
like the real thing, all right. Now, we're taking you to a nice, quiet place where you can decipher both pieces of this map for us. We'll go out the service entrance. Take a look in the corridor and see if it's clear.
Hello, I hope you're enjoying this Captain America. It's not the big budget one. We don't have a super serum in this. He's not fighting Nazis. He doesn't have his partner Bucky in it, and there's no shield. But it's worth watching. Thank you for joining me. We'll be back again. This is Don O'Malley.
Watch him. If he tries any trick, let him have it. This looks like the real thing, all right. Now, we're taking you to a nice, quiet place where you can decipher both pieces of this map for us. We'll go out the service entrance. Take a look in the corridor and see if it's clear. Captain America landed in the truck down there. He may be alive.
We'd better clear out before he raises an alarm.
We've got to take Hillman with us. He's the only one that can decipher the blacks. You're coming with us. If anyone tries to stop us, you'll be the first to get it.
Those men took Hillman away with them.
Captain America tried to trail us, but we lost him.
So Hillman is resting comfortably at the farm.
He'll be in shape to talk by morning. I wonder how Captain America found out we were at Hillman's hotel.
I think I know. One of my agents reported that the man we sent to the district attorney's office for the electro recorder was killed. His body is in the morgue.
Then the DA must have the electro recorder with your voice on it.
The sound was recorded on a magnetic wire. When it was played back, all sound was eradicated. There was no identifying mark on the mechanism. We have nothing to worry about from the district attorney.
The man I found here must have thrown this out the window. I picked it up in the street below.
Seems to be a recording device of some kind.
Yes, and it may have been planted in this office. Check it over thoroughly, Walter.
All right, Chief. Give you a full report in the morning.
Fine.
Let's hope we get a lead to the scarab.
It's Matson, and the scarab is with him.
Dr. Maldo, so you are the scarab.
Yes, I am the scarab.
The murderer of Lyman and Dodge and...
I didn't come to discuss that. Let's get down to business, Hillman. I must learn the location of the lost Temple of Emeralds. You will suffer the same fate as your associates unless you decipher these plaques for me.
I won't do it. You'll never get your criminal hand to that fabulous wealth.
You're very headstrong. But there are ways of making you talk. Tie him up to that chandelier. There'll be plenty of time to get the information I want. There'll be no interruption from Captain America or the district attorney now.
What'd you find out?
Well, there were no identifying marks on the parts, but I found a fingerprint on one of the magnetic coils.
Good. Now we're getting somewhere.
Definitely. I identified the fingerprint as that of Ed Graham. He runs a radio repair shop at 32 South Street. Here's his record.
Arrested 3 times on suspicion of robbery and receiving stolen goods. Dismissed each time for lack of evidence. Well, this time we really have some evidence.
I hope it helps us find Hillman.
We'll soon find out. I'll force Graham's hand before he learns we have his fingerprint to convict him. Get in touch with the chief operator at the telephone company. Have her cut into the line to Graham's radio shop.
Hello? Just a minute. I'll talk. Cut him down. Graham's on the phone.
Yes, Graham, what is it?
The district attorney dropped in with that electro recorder. He couldn't figure it out. I told him I'd never seen anything like it.
Was he suspicious?
I don't think so. He just seemed to be checking around the radio shops.
All right. Let me know if you find out anything else. You may have fractured his skull. Your stupidity will delay my learning the secret of those plaques. Stretch him out the couch, boys. Get my hat and coat. We're going back to town.
Yes, officer. Thank you. Calling Grant Gardner. Calling Grant Gardner.
Yes, Gail, come in.
The chief operator reports that Graham just made a phone call to the old Watson farm off Riverside Lane.
Was Hillman's name mentioned?
No. He only talked about your checking on that recording device.
Fine. I'll reopen negotiations with Mr. Graham. You're under arrest.
What for?
For manufacturing that recorder. Your fingerprint was found on the coil.
All right, I made it. I sold it to a stranger.
Yes. The stranger you just called at the Watson farm.
How'd you find out?
Never mind that. You better talk and talk fast. Is Hillman at that farm?
Get around behind here. In the back room.
Turn around.
That'll hold you for a while. I'm going to investigate that farm.
Calling H1. Calling H1. Mrs. Graham, calling H1.
Come in, Graham. This is Gruber.
The DA's got me tied up in my shop. He's on his way to the Watson farm. Warn the scarab.
I'll phone the farm. Then I'll send someone down to release you. Calling MA. Calling MA. Calling MA. This is Gruber. Come in. What's the trouble? The DA got the goods on Graham. He's on his way to the farm right now. Tried to phone him there, but no one answered. Shall I try again?
It's no use. The phone's out of order. There's no way to warn them.
Can you beat the DA to the farm?
No, it's impossible. Call my pilot. Tell him to have the plane ready to take off. Instruct him to load the bomb rack. Hillman knows that I'm the scarab. There's never lived to talk. We've got to fly there and bomb the house.
Yes, sir.
I'd better phone headquarters.
Halt!
We're coming to the house now. Nose are down. This is our last bomb. We mustn't miss. We're coming to the house now. Nose are down. This is our last bomb. We mustn't miss. G.F. Hillman, wealthy railroad president, was rescued today by Captain America from the Scarab's agents, who bombed a farmhouse where he was being held prisoner. Suffering from a brain injury, he was rushed to a hospital, the name of which the district attorney refuses to divulge, saying it will be kept a secret to protect Hillman. If Hillman does regain consciousness, you'll tell him that you are the scarab.
He must be killed before he can talk.
How? Only the DA and Captain America know where he is.
It is obvious that the district attorney and Captain America are the same man. When Graham phoned from the radio shop, he said that the district attorney was on his way to the Watson farm.
Yet Captain America was the one who reached there.
That doesn't locate Hillman for us.
Gail Richards will.
How is he?
Bad shape. I wired for a famous brain surgeon. He was just starting off on a hunting trip when his office caught him. He's driving back and should be here by 5 o'clock. Here's their reply.
He says he's coming here to the office.
Yes. I couldn't take a chance to let anyone know which hospital Hillman is in. When the doctor arrives, I'll drive him there. In the meantime, you go to the hospital, stay right beside Hillman. In the event that he regains consciousness, try and get a statement, even for a moment. Understand?
Right.
Keep quiet and drive where I tell you.
Where to?
The Drummond Museum.
It's good to see you, Miss Richards. Be seated.
Dr. Mather, why was I brought here?
Perhaps this will explain.
It explains a lot. You're the scarab.
Yes. It's your misfortune that I had to let you know. But I need some information. Sit down. Tell me, where are they keeping Hillman?
If I knew, I wouldn't tell you. Fortunately, only the district attorney knows.
I had thought you would say that. But I have a means of making you tell me the truth. This contains an extract brewed from a jungle flower, which is a very efficient truth serum. Under its influence, you will tell me anything I want to know. Unfortunately for you, the effects never wear off, and you will spend the rest of your life in an insane asylum, a hopeless idiot. And now, Miss Richards.
Wait. I'll talk.
Go ahead, Miss Richards. And I warn you to tell the truth.
I don't know which hospital Mr. Hillman is in, but the district attorney has wired for a brain surgeon who is driving here in his car. He will arrive at the office at 5 o'clock. From there, he's to be taken to the hospital.
What is the surgeon's name?
Dr. Rodlam Barracks.
Spell it.
Rodlam Baracks.
Contact Agent 33. Tell him to use his name and to go to the district attorney's office.
Mr. Gardner, I'm Dr. Rodlam Barracks.
How do you do, Doctor? Would you have a chair?
Thank you.
You arrived earlier than I expected.
I know. I received your wire about Hillman, and instead of driving all the way, I managed to charter a plane.
That was very thoughtful of you.
In a case like this, time is important. Has Hillman regained consciousness?
Sorry, no.
That's alarming. I'll have to make an examination at once. Which hospital is he in?
The Crestview on Woodlawn Avenue.
My associate's waiting for my call. May I use your phone?
Certainly. I'll dial it for you. What's the number?
Oh, 2643. Hello? Get my surgical kit and meet me at the Crestview Hospital on Woodlawn Avenue. Understand?
Got it. I'll take care of everything. The men are waiting downstairs. One will meet you in the lobby of the hospital in case of trouble. The other will wait in the getaway car. I'll be here when you get back.
Very well. I'll start at once.
I'm sorry I can't go with you, Doctor, but I have some work to do. Please phone in your report as soon as possible.
Of course, Mr. Gardner.
Thank you.
What's up?
That man's an imposter. Only Gail and I knew I'm expecting a brain surgeon, and the man I wired for is Dr. George Thomas.
Then Gail is in trouble.
Exactly. but there's a chance to find her. I gave him the name of the wrong hospital. I want you to phone the commissioner. Ask him to send a raiding party to the Crestview Hospital and pick up Dr. Rodlam Barracks and whoever's with him. Meanwhile, I'm going to trace that phone call he made. This is the district attorney. I want the address of Oak 2643.
Who's there?
The district attorney. Open up. Where's Miss Richards?
How would I know?
You know all right. And about that phony surgeon Rodlam Barracks, too.
Phony? Well, the girl told us that...
She gave you the wrong name. She made this one up to warn me. And at the same time to tell me that Malder is the scarab.
Malder? You're crazy. Hey, how could she do that?
Rodlam Barracks is Malder Scarab spelled backward. See? S-C-A-R-A-B. M-A-L-D-O-R. Malder is the scarab.
When Malder finds out she double-crossed him, he'll kill her. She'll have a horrible death. Well, you know what he'll...
Shut up. You won't find it out in time.
Yes?
The whole thing was a trap. The cops were waiting at the hospital. Got the others. I just managed to escape.
Hold the car there for a fast getaway. We'll be out as soon as we dispose of the girl. So you lied to me. No one can do that and live. This looks 1,000 years old. But it isn't. A week ago, he was a living, breathing man. But he disobeyed my orders. He was placed in this case. In a short time, he became the withered mummy that you see before you. And you'll be just like that in a few minutes. Gruber. I'll get our variables together while you connect the mummifying gas. I'm afraid the district attorney will hardly recognize Miss Richards when he finds her a withered mummy. Leaving, Mr. Scarab? You arrived sooner than I expected, Mr. District Attorney.
Where's Gail Richards?
Well, you'll never find her unless you're willing to exchange her life for my freedom.
The scarab will have the pleasure of turning on the gas himself.
Better make a deal, Captain America. In a few minutes, it will be too late to save Miss Richards.
Then she's in the building. Tell me where she is.
Thanks to Captain America, whom we now know to be our fighting district attorney, the Scarab and his murderous gang pay the supreme penalty in the electric chair at the stroke of midnight tonight. To review the Scarab's crimes...
No need to review them now. These convictions definitely prove that crime doesn't pay. I want to say that the people of this city owe a great deal to you, Mr. District Attorney, Captain America.
Thank you. But we owe a great deal more to Gail. Her cleverness tipped me off to the Scarab's identity.
But Captain America arrived in time to capture the scarab. It's midnight.
The toll of doom for the Scarab.
Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird!
It's a plane! It's Superman!
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings at a single bound, this amazing stranger from the planet Krypton, the Man of Steel, Superman. Possessing remarkable physical strength, Superman fights a never-ending battle for truth and justice, disguised as a mild-mannered newspaper reporter, Clark Kent.
Sorry I can't go with you, Lois, but I have another story to cover.
Oh, that's all right, Clark. I'll see you in the office.
like a job for Superman.
Superman.
Uncanny how Superman turns up just when you need him.
I didn't even get a chance to thank him.
Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird!
It's a plane! It's Superman!
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings at a single bound, this amazing stranger from the planet Krypton, the Man of Steel, Superman. Possessing remarkable physical strength, Superman fights a never-ending battle for truth and justice, disguised as a mild-mannered newspaper reporter, Clark Kent. Penetrating deep into the frozen wastes of the great Arctic plains, an archaeological expedition searching for prehistoric fossils makes an amazing discovery. A huge monster, as lifelike in appearance as when it roamed the Earth millions of years ago in the Mesozoic Age, is found frozen in the ice in a state of perfect preservation. Constantly handicapped by the hazardous sub-zero elements, the scientists and their band of tireless workers succeed in removing the mammoth creature from the frozen pit. The ice-encased monster is loaded into the hold of a huge freighter equipped with a special refrigeration plant and brought to this country. Here, in a specially constructed wing of the Museum of Natural Science, this awe-inspiring creature is displayed to the public for the first time.
And you mean to say that if the ice were permitted to thaw, there's a possibility the monster might still be alive? Thank you, Professor.
Yes, Chief.
Lois, there's a new angle on that frozen monster story. Get over to the museum and see what's doing. They've got him in a special refrigerator.
Okay, Chief.
Oh, Lois, want me to go over there with you?
No, thanks. You'd probably faint if you saw the monster. You scare so easily.
Maybe she's right, but Superman hasn't fainted yet.
Ken produces the necessary refrigeration. The control board is downstairs. I'll show it to you. The entire plant is operated from this board. The thermometer must be watched constantly, as any rise in temperature might prove dangerous.
Boy, what a story.
Outside, everybody. Step lively, please. Use the nearest exit. Please, folks, keep moving. We have to clear this room at once.
That's what he thinks.
Police headquarters. Hello, Chief. Send the riot squad. We're in trouble.
Hello, Planet. Give me the city desk. Hurry!
Attention, all cars. Proceed to 5th and Main at once.
Chief, Lois is in the museum.
Better get over there, Kent.
Right. This looks like a job for Superman.
Lois.
Superman.
You'd better get back to your office where you'll be safe. I've got some work to do.
Yes, sir. And this the best story in years? Swell chance.
This time, stay put.
Yes, my lord. And thanks.
You showed plenty of courage getting that monster story, Lois.
Thanks, but where were you?
Me? Oh, I must have fainted.
Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird!
It's a plane! It's Superman!
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings at a single bound, this amazing stranger from the planet Krypton, the Man of Steel, Superman. Possessing remarkable physical strength, Superman fights a never-ending battle for truth and justice, disguised as a mild-mannered newspaper reporter, Clark Kent.
Send in Lois Lane and Clark Kent. Give me a follow-up on this bullet car story.
Metropolis. Attention. The destruction of your police station today was only a small demonstration of our power. Unless your mayor turns over the entire funds of the city treasury, power plants, firehouses, and all municipal buildings will be next. Take heed. This is your last warning.
What are the authorities going to do about this, Mr. Mayor?
We won't be intimidated by criminal threats. Law and order must and will prevail.
presses have stopped. The presses have stopped.
This looks like a job for Superman. Nice going, Lois. Another great scoop for you.
It was easy. Thanks to Superman.
Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird!
It's a plane! It's Superman!
Faster than a streak of lightning. More powerful than the pounding surf. Mightier than a roaring hurricane. This amazing stranger from the planet Krypton, the Man of Steel, Superman. Possessing remarkable physical strength, Superman fights a never-ending battle for truth and justice, disguised as a mild-mannered newspaper reporter, Clark Kent.
could sleep for a racket like this.
But it's been going on every night since we've been interned. What do you suppose it could be?
Could be sabotage, I hope.
Me too. But who? Clark, do you suppose...
Yes, Lois?
Oh, nothing. Just a silly hunch that maybe Superman might be over here.
Quiet. Do not talk. Shanasta! The sabotage must stop at once. Konetawa!
just saw him. Swell chance they've got of catching him.
This way, please.
How does it feel to be home?
Smile, please. How about Clark Kent? Did he get away?
No. No, he's still over there. But don't worry. Superman promised to look after him.
Faster than a streak of lightning. More powerful than the pounding surf. Mightier than a roaring hurricane. This amazing stranger from the planet Krypton, the Man of Steel, Superman. Possessing remarkable physical strength, Superman fights a never-ending battle for truth and justice, disguised as a mild-mannered newspaper reporter, Clark Kent.
Now look here, Kent. You can't pick your assignments. Hurry over and cover that consumers meeting.
But, Chief...
But nothing. That's final.
That was a close call. I've got to get to police headquarters immediately.
You're damnation sharpskipper. I send you out to bring back that woman, and what happens? You let her get away and bring me this fool. She must not get to the airport. She must be stopped.
They are probably the largest and most ruthless gang of saboteurs in this country. I know. For 6 months they thought I was one of them. This briefcase contains a list of their names, together with their diabolical plans of destruction. They will stop at nothing to recover these records. I must get them through to Washington.
I understand. I'll see that you have an escort to the airport.
She's got flow. She's heading this way. Quick!
She's trapped on the bridge.
The place is surrounded by them.
Hello? Erich? Hello? Hello? Some Donnerwetter. Something went wrong. We've got to get those records. Was ist los? Ist denn alles verrückt geworden? Zum Teufel! Was sollen wir tun?
Schmeiß die Wände ein!
again, that's the end of Captain America Chapter 15. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I have. It was one of the last serials that were made after superheroes, and I thought it was pretty good myself. So join us next week. We might have a surprise in the Halloween special. So this is Don O'Malley again with Don's Breakfast Cereal. Thanks again for tuning in. Good night.